So I'm not feeling well. It's from this nagging cold that I have from having to adjust all the animals to each other. It usually happens when you have the cat litter box in the corner, and I do have documented sports asthma. So, me and another cat both are having difficulties breathing, and Ian is just starting with his. I also have like a whole bottom row of herpes of different forms, and I'm upset that they're not showing the way I wanted them to. I have questions for the politicians that can answer it. This is AP Economics related. Yesterday I heard something absurd, so let's work on the word absurdity. From my understanding from general business, whatever inventory you buy, you have to recoup that money through sales. What we're being told is that through credit card applications, we are paid through that. This is all clarification for those of you politicians that know how I approach with absurdity. Okay, you'll understand why I'm speaking like this. So, is it correct understanding to assume that I'm getting paid based on sales at the register, and that my commission is based on a percentage from those sales and not from a credit card APR interest commission? Because I'm pretty sure the credit card company makes money off of that, and all we're doing at the store credit card level, not the Visa, we are just simply loaning out money, and then they pay it back to us. That there's like a little reserve. So is that correct to assume? Okay, that's question number one. This happened yesterday. That's why I have today off. Question number two. Could one of the politicians from each of the party please tell us what is the general requirement to be a politician for that party as far as education and resume background? Because I am dealing with a D word, which is divorce, and at the time, this woman thinks that she knows the economy and the government. From my understanding, based on AP Government textbook and the AP Government exam, you are to have 3 types of degrees. You are to be a politician for a period of time in one country and in another if you're trying to achieve a certain party goal. And third, you have to be a born U.S. citizen and not have a dirty record history. You have to be a clean angel. That's how I interpret it, because the whole thing to highlight was gonna kill my highlighter, and I didn't have my 3 extra colors with me that day. So that's how I remembered it. But trust me, on the test I wrote it out verbatim. I just need clarification, please, because I'm pretty sure that you have to have a whole series of requirements and a whole series of degrees, and business degree is not one of them. I know it's a magistrate degree, number 1. Number 2, I know you have to have a political science degree, and you have to have an associate's degree to back that up. Just letting you know what I know, and I also know that you actually have to achieve at some point a PhD. So it's not just a magistrate degree, it's also a PhD. I'm pretty sure that was discussed in my AP Government class, which was also taught by my psychology teacher. So that's how well I know. Which, by the way, I got an A- on one of the tests. Carl, the whole Roe versus Wade is what got me, because it's just I don't get it. I think it's up to a woman to decide what to do. God blessed her with Mother Nature's good instincts, so if the money ain't there, well, you can't have a cub. Usually that's how it works in the biology animal kingdom. Otherwise we wouldn't have this precious little boy. Yeah, precious little boy. You got a hot nose. That means he's got a fever. Just like I do. I have a fever all the way around. Question number 3. Is it my understanding that we are pushing for 4 years, right? Okay. Okay. Because I'm all for this. I'm all for this. I just have to tell people something that I am going through the worst divorce ever because I had to pull out money for somebody that didn't have money to move us and didn't do a very good job during the 4 years hustling money on his end. So I just want to make sure we still have 4 years because that means 2024 we have a good economy turnaround. I just want to make sure. Can we get a clarification? And number 4 is it the same stuff in the newspaper? I seen the same goddamn Wall Street Journal again. Is it the same one? Okay. Can we change it up a bit? Can you find something opposite? I don't care if it's Karl Rove's house. Can we change it up a bit? Because I'm pretty sure we don't have Karl Rove's Wall Street Journal. I've seen the past 2 Wall Street Journals and the same thing. So, are we making me look like the bad guy? Because I'm not like anywhere attached to this at all. I'm actually in the AP quilting department. Still trying to prove that the flying geese is really based on a 3x3 square. Still stuck on that. Still stuck on that one. Okay, because it really is. So who's the politician in education, it might be in your best interest to emphasize that computer science majors program the quilt machine systems that it's really at a 3x3 or 5x5 or 7x7, which yields to the equation of any odd measurement is what gives you the perfect flying geese. I just worked it out with my charming chevrons. So that's all the questions I have. No, back. I had to breathe. I think we did 5, but we'll touch on 5B. I don't know if you guys have seen the latest McDonald's menu. It's 2A, 2B, 2C. Trust me, it hasn't been like that. So 5B. Are you guys still putting out the U.S. politician census of how much coffee is consumed by you guys in a year? I just happened to caught it when I was a junior in high school. So I just want to know that, I just want to know if I'm under that consumption amount. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm like at a 2. I just want to know. Just want to know. It's just fun facts that we do. Question number 6. Are lobbyists still around? It seems like they're not. I caught something funky on Undercover Boss, which kind of made me laugh because it was just a little funky. Then I caught something on Shark Tank, which was also another little funky. Funky means like, okay, it's that type of understanding. So that's what I want to know. Are lobbyists still around? Because if that's the case, we also have to take into account that type of funding census. Number 7, question number 7. How many lobbyists are still in play at the Capitol? Is it still 446 lobbyists active and the rest trying to fight through? I'm so sorry. Oh no, please. Oh no, please. Try to pawn that fucking bowling ball so this can flare up. I do. This is tennis. This is volley. This is bowling. Please pawn my fucking bowling ball because I'm pretty sure I paid for that one. Oh, I so hate the word confidential inventory on a divorce paper when I don't have it and I have to wait till the spring. That's technically a little trap. Oh my god. And it doesn't help wearing a mask because it harbors the freaking bacteria in the cloth and it makes it worse. So I have like little bubble blisters here, and I have one starting to grow here, and these are gonna bloom out looking like little hives here. Oh, they burn, they hurt, and they itch like hell. Oh my god. I can't kiss the dog. The dog doesn't understand that that's like question number 8. Question number 8. What exactly are the new responsibilities for the elder politicians? Because you guys are putting out the same junk in the newspaper, so I can't pick up and read it because I've already read it once and we've already done it once. So just wondering if it's the same new shit, because if it's the same new shit, you guys can just walk into a meeting and walk out and it's understood. It's completely understood. If we have the theory of relativity still being up in the air and questioned, trust me, we've got 2 educators top in their class doing something really physics romantic, which is kind of funny because it ends up happening. Question number 9. Question number 9. The hell, I lost it. Are you guys still reviewing degree that are obsolete in the career field, considering the fact that we have no ability to go straight to the vagina birth and end with the countdown death? And anytime soon you might just end colleges and classes. It's right from the start, so this way we don't incur more spending. Okay. Hey, to recognize we keep going this and me purchasing the same type of Romanian freaking history products in the house. Gotta ask. Question number 10. Do any of you guys eat McDonald's burgers? Because I have a problem with what's posted on the sign about how many Americans eat how many McDonald's burger. I believe in my entire life history I have consumed only 50. I can't see a whole billion. I think it's wrong. I just want to make sure. There was a lot of census and a lot of surveys out during the time when I was in high school. And these were the things we looked up at. We were just like, that's not true. Remember what, CO? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The whole process of how animals are slaughtered and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. Question 11. Is there political favoritism still during this time loopy period? Because I really could use some help getting into a more female age job. I am 32, going on vampire 140. I look fucking good for my age, right from the goddamn grave. So I'm just wondering, because there's a wall M over here, there's a mamai over here, and I need to pull in a second paycheck if nobody wants to see me try to dig myself out of this 6-foot hole and into the clear. If you look at my negative credit report, the only thing positive I did was close out the actual credit card and the credit card holding my car. So I could use some help. That would mean actually letting us know if there's going to be an economy still after 2024. If there is an economy after 2024, I will take that help. I really will. Because as soon as the D word happens, there's going to be a lot of bricks that you'll have to bang your head through, because once Dorothy comes home, that's me. Once Dorothy comes home, and Mir, Dorothy number 2 comes home, she does something really cool and funny with all of us that we all have the ability to sleep and stuff. So, and that's a cat right there of her own story. Like I said, she wants to be an Exodus murderer. Have at it, girl. So man, this is not for the Ike politicians. Oh my god, these are the politicians that are into Roe versus Wade. There's a shitload of you fuckers. There really is. See, the Ike politicians are the ones that ran against Donald Trump. So you'll have to deal with him. But until we come back to his movie scene, Dianetic, which is Pearl Harbor, with Alec Baldwin standing at the edge of the landing strip on the carrier saying, this is how far it's got to be. He's imagining the whole thing and telling them like what to expect and stuff. Of course, he's at the airfield when he tells them how far it really is and stuff like that. If it's the opposite and I had it right, understand, I have like oxygen depletion levels going up and down, up and down, up and down, because I'm having a tough time breathing with all the craziness in the house of the animals. It happens. It's just a long recoup time, that's all. A long recoup. And it's not easy to breathe with a surgical mask over. And no, I'm not going to go see a doctor to get a note, because we have it in the state here that if you don't wear it, you're fined $500, regardless if you have a doctor's note. Isn't it fun? Okay. Question number 12. Could the education department of educators have a really cool TV show? Should we like be able to go through this again with perfection? Like go through it again, but try to perfect it, because I think it would be pretty neat. Because if we're gonna keep going through this over and over again, oh my God, we gotta change it up. In question number 13. Are you guys using the same AP government book? I know you guys are using the same AP economics book, but are you guys using the same AP government book? And if so, are all the politicians following it accordingly, even after the 2016 Donald Trump campaign? Because if you're not following it, then you're not setting a good standard now, aren't you? We all need like oxygen tubes in our noses. Oh my God. I know I do. Anyways, don't mind that. That's nothing right there. That's nothing. That's not even part of me. That's part of the house. That's part of the house. We used to have something that was truly a part of our house. This is for show and stuff. Trust me, it's for show. That's been there since as a child. That's been there since grade school. And then that's been there since I was a child. So it's just letting you know we're Catholics in this house. Anyway, so we just want to make sure you guys are putting out the AP government book and that you guys are following to the standards, so this way we don't have certain third party working favoritism, because if that's the case, now we're really in the Great Depression time. So we're wondering, and there's a lot of us that are just really quiet about it, because trust me, I think 64 billion people are noticing the same shit. If not, then they're on something. I'm not on something. You shouldn't be on something. And given the fact that I am I know, we're stuck. You should see how bad your sister's nose is. It's flat. I mean, it's like really flat. She can barely breathe. I mean, we don't even know if she is breathing. I'm pretty sure she is, but she's going through starvation mode right now. I don't know why. Just like that. I'm sorry. It's just like hell. So, that being said, we just want to make sure. That's all. Also, AP law. Okay. Let's get to the heart of the matter. This is not for Supreme Court Justice judges, because you guys are on a different level of the law. We're asking for politicians that have worked through where they're at by being a judge for a city, state, or town. And we just want to know, is it true? Is it true that you will put somebody whose head is straight on their shoulders and attached to their neck well properly, that you will give them the most grief? Because if that's the case, I'm out. I'm out. Completely out. And if there is favoritism, because I have a funny feeling that this AP law that's quote unquote part of the AP government test shouldn't be attached to it. Because what's happening is that I think you guys are mixing favoritism. And that happens a lot. It does. It happens. Once again, if you're an Ike politician, stay the fuck out of this conversation, because this was part of our conversation in high school. Are there politicians that favor certain groups of people in order to gain a certain amount of votes, in order to gain a certain amount of push, and in order to gain a certain amount of a certain amount of reward. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. Sorry, it's just multiplying and it hurts. Anyways, if you had my stress, you'd feel the same fucking thing. Anyways, so we were wondering, because we're trying to get a census on that. There are some, like I said, there's some of us asking these questions, and it may only be me, which is also not true, because if it was all on me, I have a different set of dreams at night. Like, every night, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, trust me. Trust me, when you quilt, when you do AP quilting, you don't get, like, stupid people dreams. You get smart dreams. And high IQ people, well, they keep getting the Freud or the Carl Jung type dreams. And I know. I'm sorry. They're really itchy, those little herpy blisters. They do, and unfortunately they spread, and they end up going like right here, and then you have like these little red dots here, and then you have the hives here, which really itch like hell. So, but these are all the crazy questions we asked also in high school, but we never could get an answer. So we're asking the non-Ike politicians if they could kindly answer this for us, because we understood like the whole Kennedy situation, when I think it was the Kennedy situation when money was dispersed, and we had always asked the question about whether or not the money was returned back. Okay. Now, for those of you wondering what I'm about, I'm fables. I'm completely introverted. I'm not an extrovert. In fact, if you got the National Geographic magazine that says it's your personality, there's a survey that you can take in there that scales you on all sorts of things. And they have something about extrovert, introvert, and I'm like a 2. How does the score go? It goes 2.5 to 747. So I'm like really low. So what introverts do is they just kind of, they kind of feed out information, knowledge, and then they feed out little fake tidbits, like fun tidbits is what you guys would call it, but we call it fake tidbits, because what we do is we try to see like who's compatible with us, like mentally, IQ, and logically and stuff. So I'm a fable. That's what I chose. So if you're looking at my Dianetics, it's all like fables, it's all fairy tales, because we know that for a fact that the people with high money don't come down to our level and stuff. So we try not to waste our brain power and energy on that type of minutia shit. So we, I don't like telling people what I do and stuff. I don't like telling people that I'm highly, intelligent, when I have the time to sit down and to remove the stresses in my life. When somebody's completely stressed out, their IQ levels are set aside and their emotional IQs are tapped on, which is why we have 7 types of personality traits of intelligence, which means that when one IQ level is being shut off, it means another one's being turned on, and it's usually environmental. About 80% of the time it's environmental. Just like a lot of teenagers and a lot of young adults experiencing issues with absurdity, okay, they will fall into environmental depression, because absurdity either it has bothered their neurosis. Now, when you have an individual that's completely neurotic, like I am, they tend to be extrovert. They tend to be extrovert, but they don't tend to be psychopathic or sociopaths. What they end up doing is they end up creating their own little mice games. But the type of mice games that we create is actually logic bubbles. So we test your ability to read people, because usually what that means is that you guys are claiming to be highly psychologically IQ high with us, overdressing words, overdressing concept, overdressing. Well, what we do is we overdress properly and overdress correct. That means that we have cleaned our logic so well that we didn't have to use a tool to do it. We were able to pop out the absurd bubbles and grab you by the freaking hair and just shake you to death. Or by the shoulders and shake you the hell to death. It just depends on if you're a bold politician. We try not to hurt that shine. So yes, highly IQ individuals tend to go high IQ, competitive with other people acting like they have IQs, which is the reason why they kind of don't give a flying fuck about certain things. And they have a tendency to swear a lot, okay, when they're upset, which is a normal response. It's a normal response. It's better than crying. It's better than throwing things, grabbing a mallet, smashing things. It's better than being an id, emotional response person. What it is we are tapping into our alter ego response instead of our ego response, which, hey, the whole world is full of, different types of responses and stuff. It's just when you hear a highly logical person swearing, it's just like, no, nothing compared to what some of these people can do. Like, become masterminds of the criminal minds, which is not what this person is right here. I'm really nice, actually. I'm one of the nicest ones. I'm just want to make it point out blank that, you start acting stupid. I gotta say something to you that's gonna help you out. And if you don't want to listen, well, what a shame. What a shame. But enough about that. Because it's just a bunch of, it's like after 5 cocktail drink talk. Because really, lounge conversation is not on anybody's IQ levels whatsoever. It's at CEO levels. It's at businessmen's levels, businesswomen's levels. But nothing compared to this type of population level. Question number 14. Are we actually going to have a correct census by the time 2020 election comes around, so we can avoid the big what the fuck media sit through? Because when that came up, we all went and said, you gotta be kidding me. We've been through this before. We keep going through it again and again. And especially this right here. We keep going through it and through it again. So I just want to make sure, because if we do get a correct census and we do filter out people by the time the 2020 election comes in, I think we're going to have a better outcome for the Democrat Party. Okay. Hey, positive thinking, right? Gotta keep up with positive thinking. Like I said, had I had the ability to vote when I was 19, mind you, I was 19 years old. I had my views, I had my values, I had my morals, and I had my thinking. Did I want to go and pursue another vote again? No. Why I held up for Donald Trump? Number one, I wanted to make sure that, let's see. Number one, he did get a first-time vote from somebody that was not 18, which is kind of nice to see, because you guys use that whole filter table, and trust me, a guy like him, he looks at everything. All right, that's an analyst within an analyst. He looks at everything. Number two, I had signed on a student loan agreement, which was attached to the May family, MAE, and we all know that Donald Trump's attached to it. Hence the reason why West Wing came out with something in one of the lines, if you paid attention to it. And also through the 2 years prior of Barack Obama's win in the administration of SNL. Okay. we're not going to go that far back because those were ugly SNL shows. I mean, you want to talk about a woman getting her feelings hurt or a man getting their genitals hurt, that was the time to not, like, sit through it. I mean, but if you're a strong woman, you could sit through it, which I did. I was like, typical politicians with money in their pocket. Anyway, so we're just trying to help out this little transition, and we're asking politicians to help out by being a little bit more descriptive, descriptive in selection about, what group of people are here in the States, because it might actually help out with a lot of things. Just saying, you don't put that question on the AP government, and you don't definitely put it on the AP law or the AP economics exam. So we're asking a little bit of help here, because it's not our job to go knocking door to door to see if you're third party visa or green card, and if you're working. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to go back to quilting. I have at least 856 triangles to put together by tomorrow morning. He didn't get any sleep last night. Oh my god. We had the dog. And the dog shared a nap with me today. Oh my god. I don't know where the hell Mare is at. Wherever Mare is at, bless her heart, man. Bless her little heart. She'll come up tonight and she'll tap on the cage and let Nina and Squirt know that she's in charge of the roost. I swear to God, if that cat could morph into a black rooster, she would. She would. Sorry.